This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Hey there, guys. So I'm back here again. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about or how I'm going to talk about it, because it's still so recent, I guess. But I thought it was important. I need some kind of outlet, some kind of way to journal things. I just don't keep up with journals very much, and God, Lord knows I don't keep up with videos very often. I guess I want to talk about change. And how unnecessary it can feel sometimes. How much it can feel like it robs a person of what makes them feel safe or comfortable or sane or loved. And sometimes it's more necessary than we realize. And sometimes it happens and you don't even know it. It's like it's been happening. And you keep blinding yourself. You keep lying to yourself because somewhere subconsciously you know you don't want it to change. And the longer you hold on to whatever fantasy it is you have, you feel safer, you feel like there's hope, you feel okay. It doesn't last, because you find yourself breaking apart. And then you don't know why. And you try to find things to blame it on. But you always know it's you. You always know it's you. And you just wish that you didn't have to think so much. And that everything could just work out. And you wonder if maybe you could have done things differently. If you could have tried harder. Or you could have been faster. If you could have been more patient or more kind or more observant. Because that's what we do. We are built to self-preserve. And sometimes that instinct kicks in so hard that it's the very thing that destroys us. And then you start thinking all of these rational things. Things you never thought you would think about yourself. And you want to blame somebody else, but you can't. You just can't. Because you know it's not true. In this world where thinking is a crime, the real crime is in not expressing your thoughts. There's no greater disservice that you can do to yourself than fight a battle alone, than to fight blind. So, I guess I'm coming to the close of probably the worst summer I've had in ever. And it's been all about change. It's been all about change. It's just been so long and drawn out. And I used to think that I was someone who preferred things that happened over time. And I know I'm making a lot of it worse. But that's the nature of things like anxiety or depression. You take bad situations and you process them worse. And when you realize that it's been happening, and you've been lying to yourself about it, and you feel ashamed, and you feel confused. There was a play that I saw at the beginning of the summer. I love the play. I got to support all my friends who were in it. If you're familiar with the show, the play, it's called Almost Maine. It was this woman who was coming back after so many years to tell this man that she loved that she was going to marry him. Because you see, a long time ago he had asked her, and she didn't give an answer. She couldn't say yes, she couldn't say no. And so she just left. And they spent years apart. And after all that time, she finally realizes that she loves him. And she should have said yes. And that she will say yes. And so she goes back to his house and thinks that she doesn't find him there because the person who answers the door doesn't look anything like the man that she fell in love with. And she tells this guy the whole story of what had happened and what her answer was and how she was hoping to find him to tell him. And he said to her, you know, what you did, if you had said no, it would have hurt and it would have been quick. If you had said yes, all of your hopes and dreams would have been realized and you could have carried on with a life together. But by not saying anything, you killed his hope. But you did it very, very slowly. And it took a long time to suffocate it. And when he steps into the light, she realizes that this was the same man. And he looks so different. He looks so much less than he did before. Because he'd said that, well, Losing hope, it does a lot to you. And I remember watching this and seeing he still loved her, and she loved him. But someone else was calling from inside the house, asking where he was, and if he'd come back to bed. And he said, "I'm sorry, I have to go. Have a good night, and I hope you find what you're looking for." And he walked inside the house and closed the door, and that was it. Not every story in that play ended happily. I want there to be some kind of silver lining. You know, I feel like I usually end these videos with something like that. But I don't think I can do that for this one. There's just nothing there right now. Just empty, broken, exhausted. You just committed a thought crime. Well, I should try to sleep. Maybe edit this if I can stomach it. See if anything I said was really worth saying. I'll go ahead and link my other 2 videos in this series if you guys want to go ahead and check those out. And you'll see a very different me from a very different time. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. It'll help you keep on top if I post any more videos, but I really just hope you got something out of this. And I hope that I can continue to give people something, whatever I can. See you guys next time, okay? Good night.